Imagine winds so powerful they can lift entire houses off the ground. The U.S. has seen some of the most devastating tornadoes in history. The 1925 tri-state tornado tops the list, cutting a 219-mile path across 3 states, killing 695 people. Next is the 2011 Joplin tornado, which obliterated a third of the city with 200+ miles per hour winds. The 1999 Bridge Creek Moore tornado in Oklahoma recorded the highest wind speeds ever at 301 miles per hour. The 1974 Xenia tornado during the super outbreak destroyed half the town in minutes. Finally, the 2013 Reno tornado was the widest ever recorded at 2.6 miles across. These monsters remind us of nature's terrifying power.
Did you know Alaska has experienced deadly tornadoes? That's right, the last frontier isn't immune to these violent twisters. While Alaska isn't known for tornado activity due to its cold climate, several significant tornadoes have been documented. The most notable occurred in Kenai Peninsula in 2005, causing substantial property damage. Another hit Anchorage in 1997 during an unusually warm summer. A rare F2 tornado struck Fairbanks in 2003, shocking meteorologists. 2 more were recorded near Juneau and Sitka in 2010 and 2014, respectively. These rare events remind us that tornadoes can form anywhere when conditions align, even in places we least expect.
Did you know Arizona's desert landscapes hide a deadly secret? While not known for tornadoes, the Grand Canyon state has faced some monsters. The 2010 Flagstaff tornado ripped through the city with 135 miles per hour winds, destroying homes and uprooting century-old trees. In 2019, the Coconino County twister carved a 5-mile path of destruction through pine forests. The 2015 Phoenix Metro tornado shocked residents when it appeared during rush hour. The rare 2011 Belmont twin tornadoes struck just minutes apart, flipping semi-trucks on I-40. And the 2018 Winslow tornado became Arizona's widest on record at nearly half a mile across. Arizona proves nowhere is truly safe from nature's fury.
Alabama's deadliest tornadoes have rewritten history books. The 2011 super outbreak unleashed the EF5 Hackleburg Phil Campbell tornado, carving a 132-mile path and claiming 72 lives. In 1932, the Deep South outbreak's Cullman Blount tornado killed 38 people in minutes. The 1974 super outbreak brought an F5 monster through Gwynn, destroying 90% of the town. Birmingham's 1998 Oak Grove tornado struck without warning, killing 32. And the 1908 Dixie Tornado Alley disaster remains one of the earliest documented catastrophic twisters. These storms didn't just change landscapes. They transformed how we track, prepare for, and respect nature's most violent phenomenon. Alabama's tornado history isn't just tragic, it's a warning.
The deadliest tornadoes in California. Most people don't even realize they happen there. Unlike the Midwest, California rarely sees devastating twisters, making their deadliest ones surprisingly mild compared to Tornado Alley. The truth? California has never recorded a single F5 tornado, and fatalities are extremely rare. The state's worst tornado events typically reach only F2 strength, causing minimal casualties. What makes this fascinating is that California averages just 11 tornadoes annually, with most being weak and short-lived. So while we could list the top 5 deadliest, the reality is far less dramatic than you'd expect. California's geography and climate simply don't support the massive tornado development seen elsewhere.
The sky turns black, then green. Colorado's deadliest tornadoes didn't just destroy buildings, they rewrote history. Number 5. The 1996 Windsor tornado, cutting a 4-mile path and causing millions in damage. Number 4. Hawley's 2007 monster that reached EF3 strength, killing 2 and injuring dozens. Number 3. The devastating 1926 Elbert County twister that flattened entire farms. Number 2. Denver's 1981 tornado that tore through downtown, killing 1 and injuring 15. And number 1. The Windsor-Greeley tornado of 2008, a mile-wide EF3 that traveled 39 miles, killed 1 person, and caused $193 million in damage. Colorado's mountains don't protect us from nature's most violent storms.
Connecticut's hidden tornado history will shock you. While rare, these deadly twisters have left devastating marks. The 1989 Hamden tornado killed 1 and injured 40, with winds reaching 160 miles per hour. In 1979, Windsor Locks saw an F4 monster destroy aircraft at Bradley Airport, causing $200 million in damage. The 2018 Southbury-Oxford tornado carved a 4-mile path of destruction through neighborhoods. July 1971's Waterbury tornado killed 2 and demolished homes in seconds. And in 1787, Connecticut experienced America's deadliest early tornado, with multiple fatalities. These rare but catastrophic events remind us that even New England isn't immune to nature's most violent storms.
The deadliest tornadoes in Delaware? Here's the shocking truth. Delaware has never actually recorded a tornado-related death in its entire history. Despite being the second smallest state, Delaware does experience tornadoes, but they're typically much weaker than those in Tornado Alley. The state averages just 1 tornado per year, with most ranking as EF0 or EF1 on the enhanced Fujita Scale. The most significant tornado in Delaware's history was an F2 that hit Newcastle County in 2004, causing property damage but no fatalities. So while the first state has its share of severe weather, deadly tornadoes simply aren't part of Delaware's reality, making it one of the safest states for tornado threats.
Florida's deadliest tornadoes aren't just weather events. They're nightmares that struck without mercy. The 1998 Kissimmee tornado outbreak claimed 42 lives in a single night, making it Florida's most devastating tornado disaster. The 2007 Lake County tornadoes killed 21 people while they slept, giving them no chance to escape. In 1966, Candlestick Park's F4 monster tore through with 200 miles per hour winds, leaving 13 dead. The 1983 Ocala tornado destroyed an entire mobile home park, killing 8 instantly. And the 2016 Vero Beach twister struck without warning at 3 a.m., claiming 6 lives. Florida isn't just about hurricanes. These silent killers prove tornadoes can be just as deadly in the Sunshine State. The silent killers that ripped through Georgia's history. These tornadoes changed everything. The 1936 Gainesville tornado stands as Georgia's deadliest, claiming 203 lives when 2 twisters merged into one devastating F4. In 2000, the Camilla tornado struck without warning at night, killing 11 people while they slept. The 1994 Piedmont Goshen tornado crossed state lines, devastating churches and communities with 22 Georgia fatalities. Albany's 2017 outbreak brought multiple deadly twisters in a single January weekend. And the 1903 Gainesville tornado devastated the city decades before its more famous successor. Georgia's tornado history isn't just statistics, it's a warning about nature's unpredictable power.
The deadliest tornadoes in Hawaii? The truth might shock you.
Hawaii actually has almost no deadly tornadoes in its recorded history. While the islands experience tropical storms and hurricanes, the unique geography and climate conditions make tornadoes extremely rare. The warm ocean temperatures, mountainous terrain, and trade winds create an environment where tornadoes simply don't form with the intensity seen in places like Tornado Alley. So while you might worry about volcanic eruptions or tsunamis in Hawaii, deadly tornadoes aren't on the threat list. Paradise has its perks, and tornado-free living is definitely one of them.
The deadly truth about Idaho tornadoes they don't teach you in school. While Idaho isn't known for tornadoes like Tornado Alley states, they've still experienced devastating twisters. The 1973 Rupert tornado stands as Idaho's deadliest, causing 3 fatalities and destroying multiple buildings. In 2006, an F2 tornado tore through Blackfoot, leaving a 5-mile path of destruction. The 1978 Idaho Falls tornado damaged over 50 homes and injured 4 people. Pocatello's 1984 twister destroyed a mobile home park, while the 1997 Albion tornado damaged several farms and historic buildings. Idaho may not be tornado central, but these rare events prove nature's unpredictable power can strike anywhere.
The sky turns black, then green. What comes next has killed hundreds in Illinois. The 1925 Tri-State tornado, America's deadliest twister ever, ripped through Illinois, killing 613 people and destroying 15,000 homes in just 3.5 hours. The 1967 Oak Lawn tornado carved a 16-mile path through Chicago's suburbs, claiming 33 lives when it struck during rush hour. In 1990, the Plainfield tornado appeared without warning, killing 29 as an F5 monster. The 2004 Utica tornado trapped and killed 8 people inside a century-old tavern, and in 1961, the Belleville tornado took 8 lives in just minutes. Illinois sits in Tornado Alley for a reason. Nowhere is truly safe when nature unleashes its fury.
Indiana's deadliest tornado was hiding in plain sight. The 1974 super outbreak unleashed a monster F5 that obliterated Monticello, killing 18 people. But that's just the beginning. The Palm Sunday outbreak of 1965 spawned multiple killers, including an F4 that ripped through Russiaville, Kokomo, and Alto, claiming 25 lives in minutes. In 1925, the infamous Tri-State tornado carved a 219-mile path, with 71 Indiana deaths alone. Marion County's 1927 tornado devastated neighborhoods, killing 39, while the 2012 Henryville EF4 destroyed an entire town and took 11 lives. These 5 deadly twisters remind us why Indiana sits in the heart of Tornado Alley, and why you should never ignore those warning sirens.
Louisiana's deadliest tornadoes have left scars that time can't erase. The 1882 Beauregard Parish tornado claimed 55 lives, devastating everything in its path. In 1950, a violent F4 tornado ripped through Amite, killing 34 people in minutes. The New Orleans tornado of 1953 shocked the city with 12 deaths and hundreds injured. February 2017 brought terror to New Orleans East with an EF3 that destroyed over 600 homes. And the Ruston tornado of 2019 killed 2 when it tore through Louisiana Tech University. These 5 deadly storms remind us of nature's raw power and why Louisiana residents never take tornado warnings lightly.
The deadliest tornadoes in Maine. Most people don't even realize this peaceful state has a deadly tornado history. While Maine averages just 2 tornadoes annually, some have left devastating marks. The 1979 Kennebunkport tornado killed 3 and injured 59, making it Maine's deadliest. In 2017, an EF1 tornado ripped through Bridgeton, destroying homes in seconds. The 1954 Oxford County tornado leveled entire forests. Cumberland County's 2010 tornado caused millions in damage in just minutes. And the 1996 Bangor tornado caught everyone off guard during what seemed like a normal day. Maine's peaceful reputation hides these violent weather events that struck without warning.
The deadliest tornadoes Maryland never wants you to know about. While the state isn't known for twisters, Maryland has faced devastating storms that changed communities forever. La Plata, 2002. An F4 monster carved a 24-mile path, killing 3 and destroying 344 homes. College Park, 2001. The University of Maryland tornado killed 2 students and injured 55 others. The 1995 Essex Middle River F3 tornado tore through Baltimore County with shocking force. In 1998, Frostburg saw a deadly F4 that seemed impossible for the region. And the 1992 Andrews Air Force Base tornado damaged presidential aircraft and injured 17. Maryland's tornado history proves nowhere is truly safe from nature's fury.
Did you know Michigan has faced some of the most devastating tornadoes in U.S. history? The deadliest struck Flint Beecher in 1953, an F5 monster that claimed 116 lives and injured 844 people, ranking as the 10th deadliest tornado in American history. In 1964, Macomb County was hit by a tornado that killed 11 and injured 224 near Anchor Bay. The 1980 Kalamazoo County tornado left 5 dead and 79 injured. The West Bloomfield F4 tornado of 1976 caused 1 death and massive destruction. While Michigan averages just 17 tornadoes yearly, these catastrophic events remind us of nature's unpredictable power in the Great Lakes state. The sky turned black before unleashing nature's most violent force. Minnesota's deadliest tornadoes have left scars across the state that time can't erase. The 1886 St. Cloud Sauk Rapids tornado claimed 72 lives, devastating entire communities in minutes. In 1919, Fergus Falls faced a monster that killed 59 people and destroyed 400 buildings. The Tracy tornado of 1968 left 9 dead with winds exceeding 300 miles per hour. In 1998, St. Peter's tornado damaged 2,000 homes and took lives in seconds. The 2010 Wadena tornado completed this deadly top 5, leaving a 10-mile path of destruction. These storms remind us of nature's raw, unstoppable power in the land of 10,000 lakes. The sky turns black, then green, nature's deadliest warning. Mississippi has faced some of history's most devastating tornadoes. The 1936 Tupelo tornado killed 216 people and left thousands homeless. In 1971, the Delta tornado tore through with 69 fatalities across 3 states. The 2011 super outbreak brought multiple EF5s, the strongest possible. The 2013 Hattiesburg tornado destroyed Southern Miss University, but miraculously claimed no lives. Most recently, the 2023 Rolling Fork tornado obliterated entire communities. These monsters reached wind speeds over 200 miles per hour, giving victims just minutes to seek shelter. Mississippi's tornado history isn't just statistics. It's a reminder of nature's raw, unstoppable power.
The sky turned black before unleashing nature's most terrifying weapon. Missouri's deadliest tornadoes have left scars across the state that time can't erase. The 2011 Joplin tornado tops the list, an EF5 monster that claimed 158 lives and destroyed one-third of the city in just 38 minutes. In 1896, St. Louis was devastated when a tornado killed 255 people across Missouri and Illinois. The 1927 Poplar Bluff tornado wiped entire neighborhoods off the map. May 2003 saw a tornado outbreak that ravaged the state for 3 days straight. And in 1980, Marshfield was nearly erased when an F4 tornado killed 3 and injured 57 in just minutes. Missouri's Tornado Alley remains one of America's most dangerous weather zones.
Montana Weather Service doesn't advertise the state's deadliest tornadoes. While Montana only sees about 2 twisters annually, they can be catastrophic. The deadliest struck Sheridan County on July 26, 2010. An EF3 monster that claimed 2 lives while carving an 18-mile path of destruction. The 2010 Billings tornado wreaked havoc on June 20th, severely damaging the First Interstate Arena and injuring many, though miraculously sparing lives. Back in July 1952, another powerful EF3 tornado resulted in 1 death. Montana may not be part of Tornado Alley, but these rare, violent storms prove nowhere is truly safe from nature's fury.
Secrets Nebraska doesn't want you to know about its deadly skies. The most catastrophic tornado in Nebraska history struck on Easter Sunday, 1913, when a monster twister carved a 7-mile path through Ralston and Omaha, claiming 101 lives in minutes. That same day, 2 more deadly twisters hit Utan and Berlin, killing 33 more people. Fast forward to 1980. Grand Island faced nature's wrath when 7 tornadoes struck in less than 3 hours, including an F4 that killed 5 and injured 200. The 1975 Omaha outbreak became Nebraska's costliest disaster, causing up to $500 million in damage. These violent storms remind us of nature's terrifying power in America's heartland.
Did you know Nevada has tornadoes? That's right. The desert state most famous for Las Vegas actually has a surprising tornado history. But here's the shocking truth. Nevada's top 5 tornadoes are incredibly underwhelming. Since 1950, the state has never recorded a single violent tornado. 85.9% of Nevada's twisters are rated just EF0, the weakest possible rating. Elko County leads with 23 tornadoes, followed by Washoe with 13 and Clark with 12. The largest recent tornado in 2017, just 2 miles long and 50 feet wide, with 0 damage. Nevada's tornado history is so mild, it makes other states' tornado seasons look apocalyptic by comparison.
There is no way this is possible, but New Hampshire actually has a deadly tornado history that nobody talks about. The deadliest struck on September 9, 1821, killing 6 people and completely destroying Kearsarge Grove. It was so powerful, it carried furniture 2 miles across a lake. The 1898 Hampton Beach tornado killed at least 3 when a skating rink roof collapsed. Fast forward to 2008, when an EF2 monster carved a 50-mile path through 11 communities, damaging 200 homes. While New Hampshire ranks just 41st in tornado frequency nationwide, these rare events pack a devastating punch when they hit. New England may only average 8 tornadoes yearly, but when they strike, history shows they can be catastrophic.
The way this state has deadly tornadoes. New Jersey's most devastating tornado struck in 1835, killing 5 people and obliterating nearly every home in Piscataway. Despite experiencing over 180 tornadoes since 1950, only 2 other deadly twisters have hit the Garden State. One in Gloucester County in 1941 and another in Burlington County in 2003, each claiming 1 life. The state averages just 3 tornadoes yearly, typically weak and short-lived, though some have reached powerful EF3 status. The 2021 Mullica Hill tornado proved these rare monsters still threaten New Jersey. While no EF4 or EF5 has ever touched down, Jersey's tornado history shows nature's fury can strike anywhere.
You won't believe New York's deadly tornado history. The most devastating hit Monroe in 1989, an EF1 that killed 9 people along its 9-mile path. In 1982, an EF3 near Sherman claimed 2 lives while traveling 28 miles. The 2007 Brooklyn tornado ranks as NYC's strongest at EF2, destroying neighborhoods and uprooting massive trees. A rare and terrifying EF4 touched down in 1985, one of the most intense storms ever recorded in the state. The Bronx wasn't spared either. A 2010 EF1 tornado damaged hundreds of buildings and indirectly caused 1 death. Think tornadoes only hit the Midwest? New York's deadly history proves otherwise.
The sky turns black, winds howl at 200 miles an hour, and suddenly, your world is torn apart. North Carolina's deadliest tornado outbreak struck on March 28, 1984, claiming 44 lives and injuring 800 people. The 1988 Raleigh F4 tornado devastated thousands of homes, killing 4 and injuring 154. April 16, 2011, saw North Carolina's largest one-day outbreak with 30 tornadoes touching down, including a monster EF3 that carved a 65-mile path from Sanford to Raleigh. This single day claimed 8 lives and caused over $300 million in damage. Other deadly outbreaks hit in 1994 and 2004, with the latter connected to Tropical Storm Bonnie. Spring is peak season, a deadly reminder of nature's raw power.
There is no way these tornadoes were this destructive. North Dakota's deadliest twisters have left shocking devastation in their wake. The June 2025 Enderlin EF3 tornado claimed at least 3 lives with its mile-wide path and 160-mile-per-hour winds, making it the deadliest since 1978. But nothing compares to the historic 1957 Fargo F5 tornado, which carved a 9-mile path of destruction and revolutionized tornado science. Dr. Ted Fujita studied this monster storm, leading to the creation of the Fujita Scale we use today. North Dakota's tornado history shows how these rare but devastating events have shaped emergency preparedness across the state. Nature's fury at its most terrifying.
Secrets Ohio residents hope they never witness firsthand. The state's 5 deadliest tornadoes. The 1924 Lorraine-Sandusky tornado tops the list with a staggering 85 deaths, devastating communities, and becoming Ohio's deadliest twister in history. The infamous 1974 Xenia F5 tornado claimed 32 lives during the super outbreak, literally wiping parts of the town off the map. During the 1965 Palm Sunday outbreak, an F4 tornado near Toledo contributed to 271 deaths across the region. More recently, March 2024 saw deadly EF3 tornadoes killing 4 people across multiple counties. What makes Ohio's tornadoes particularly deadly isn't always their strength. It's their tendency to strike populated areas with little warning.
The Bridge Creek Moore tornado in 1999 tore through Oklahoma with winds topping 300 miles per hour, the strongest ever recorded. In May 2013, more was struck again. This EF5 monster destroyed homes, schools, and lives in minutes. Just days later, the El Reno tornado grew into the widest tornado ever measured, over 2.6 miles across. Oklahoma sits at the heart of Tornado Alley, where supercell storms spawn some of the deadliest twisters on Earth. Each of these storms left scars and stories of survival. Remember to stay weather aware. Tornado season here isn't just history. It's a way of life. Subscribe for more on America's deadliest tornadoes.
Secrets about Oregon that weather channels don't tell you. This peaceful state has faced deadly tornado devastation. The worst? 1972's Portland-Vancouver outbreak that killed 6 Oregonians, injured over 300 people, and caused $25 million in damage. While Oregon tornadoes are rare compared to Tornado Alley, they're uniquely dangerous because residents aren't prepared for them. In 2016, Manzanito was hit by an EF2 tornado that damaged 128 homes and destroyed a third of the town's trees. Recently, Long Creek experienced what some call the worst tornado in state history, causing multiple deaths and massive power outages. Don't be fooled by Oregon's peaceful reputation. Its deadly tornadoes prove nature's unpredictability anywhere.
There is no way this is possible. Pennsylvania has faced tornado destruction that will shock you. The deadliest outbreak ever hit on May 31st, 1985, unleashing 21 tornadoes that claimed 65 lives and injured over 500 people. Among them, Pennsylvania's only F5 tornado, with winds reaching 200 miles per hour, carved a devastating 56-mile path through multiple towns. The 1994 Limerick tornado killed 3 and injured 25 with its catastrophic winds. In 1998, over 40 tornadoes touched down in just days, including rare F3s that ravaged communities. The 1985 outbreak alone caused $375 million in damages, a testament to nature's terrifying power in a state many don't associate with Tornado Alley.
Did you know Rhode Island has a secret tornado history that's more dangerous than you'd think? Despite only 20 tornadoes in modern history, this tiny state ranks 5th nationwide for potential tornado losses due to its dense population. The 1986 Cranston-Providence tornado devastated the area, and recently, things are getting worse. Since 2020, Rhode Island has matched its previous decade's tornado count combined. Climate change is creating more humid conditions, while better radar now catches tornadoes we used to miss. The August 2023 EF2 tornado in Scituate and June 2024 EF1 in Lincoln prove these aren't just freak events anymore. Watch for greenish skies, funnel clouds, and roaring sounds in Rhode Island. The rare tornado might be becoming less rare.
Did you know South Carolina has survived some of America's most devastating tornadoes? The deadliest struck in 1924, the Horrell Hill Monster, that carved a 135-mile path of destruction, claiming 77 lives with winds up to 200 miles per hour. Then came the 1984 outbreak, when 11 tornadoes ripped through the state in a single day, causing 15 deaths and $100 million in damage. What's terrifying, SC ranks 8th nationally for tornado density, averaging 26 twisters yearly. The state has endured 10 EF4 and 28 EF3 tornadoes in its history. Spring brings the highest risk, but these killers can strike year-round. Don't underestimate South Carolina's Tornado Alley.
Did you know South Dakota experienced 125 tornadoes in just 3 days? The 2003 Tornado Tuesday outbreak unleashed nature's fury with an F4 monster that caused $13.5 million in damage. But that's not even the worst. In 1998, the Spencer F4 tornado packed winds up to 260 miles per hour, literally wiping an entire town off the map, killing 6 people and injuring a third of all residents. Since 1950, South Dakota has only seen 8 F4, F5 tornadoes, making these rare but devastating events. And here's something wild. In 2025, the state recorded its first ever February tornado, proving these violent storms don't always follow the rules. The Prairie State's tornado history is as extreme as it gets.
The tornado they call Dead Man Walking might be the most terrifying force of nature Texas has ever seen. On May 27, 1997, this F5 monster carved through Gerald, Texas, stalling for 3 horrifying minutes over a small neighborhood. The destruction? Unimaginable. Homes weren't just damaged, they vanished. Trees were stripped bare. The ground itself was scooped out 18 inches deep. This nightmare killed 27 people and caused $40 million in damage. Its nickname came from the chilling photograph where the funnel resembled a walking figure, like the Grim Reaper himself stalking across Texas. Even meteorologists were stunned by its unprecedented power. It remains the benchmark for tornado devastation in the Lone Star State.
Did you know Utah has experienced devastating tornadoes despite being ranked 40th in tornado frequency? The most destructive was the September 2016 EF2 tornado that caused a staggering $170 million in damages, killed 1 person, and injured 80 others. The infamous August 1999 Salt Lake City EF2 tornado also claimed 1 life while tearing through the city for 10 minutes. In June 2022, an EF1 tornado caused $2.3 million in damage, but thankfully no casualties. What's surprising is that 90% of Utah tornadoes are relatively weak EF0 or EF1, with no EF4 or EF5 ever recorded. Most occur between May and August, with Salt Lake, Davis, and Box Elder counties being the tornado hotspots.
There is no way these Virginia tornadoes were this destructive. The deadliest was the 1929 Rye Cove tornado, an F2 that killed 13 people when it struck a school building. The August 1993 outbreak unleashed 18 tornadoes across southern Virginia, including a monster F2 that carved a 38-mile path of destruction. In 2016, an EF3 tornado ripped through Virginia for nearly 17 miles, causing $11.4 million in damage and claiming 1 life. Virginia typically sees just 1% of America's tornadoes, but don't be fooled. They peak in April and September, often linked to hurricanes. The most powerful ones strike the Appalachian region, proving nowhere is truly safe from nature's fury. Did you know Washington State has been hit by devastating tornadoes? The deadliest struck Vancouver in 1972, an F3 monster that killed 6 people and injured 600 others. In 2018, Port Orchard was hammered by an EF2 tornado, causing $1.81 million in damage. Seattle wasn't spared either. A long-tracked F3 tornado tore through the metro area in 1969, leaving destruction in its wake. Centralia's 1965 F2 and Marysville's 1970 F2 round out the top 5 most significant Washington twisters. While the state only averages 2 to 3 tornadoes annually, these rare events prove the Pacific Northwest isn't immune to nature's most violent storms.
Did you know West Virginia's deadliest tornadoes are hiding in plain sight? While the mountain state averages just 2 twisters annually, its tornado history is more intense than you'd think. The most powerful? Twin F4 monsters that tore through northern WV on June 23, 1944, leaving unprecedented destruction. Despite its rugged terrain, WV shattered records in 2024 with a shocking 20 tornadoes. Kanawha County tops the danger list with 16 twisters since 1875. Most WV tornadoes stay in the EF0, EF1 range. But don't be fooled, these mountains aren't immune to nature's fury. Modern technology has revealed these hidden storms were lurking all along, waiting to be discovered.
There is no way. Wisconsin's deadliest tornado killed over 100 people in a single day. The 1899 New Richmond tornado claimed 117 lives and injured 125 more, with winds exceeding 200 miles per hour. In 1984, the Barnveld F5 tornado destroyed an entire town while most residents slept, killing 9 and causing $40 million in damage. The 1996 Oakfield F5 tornado was Wisconsin's most recent maximum strength twister, causing over $40 million in damages. The 1958 Colfax tornado took 19 lives, while the historic 1878 tornado across 3 counties killed 40 people. Wisconsin averages 21 tornadoes yearly, proving the Midwest isn't just farmland, it's tornado country.
There is no way this is possible. Wyoming only averages 6 tornadoes yearly, but they've had some absolute monsters. The state's strongest? An F4 that ripped through Teton County in 1987 with winds up to 200 miles per hour, causing $2.5 million in damage, mostly to timber. The deadliest struck Northern Cheyenne in 1979, an F3 that killed 1 person and injured 40 others. In 2005, a devastating F2 hit right in Campbell County, claiming 2 lives. More recently, 2018 saw several EF3 tornadoes, carving paths up to 11.3 miles long. While Wyoming's tornadoes are typically weaker than those in Tornado Alley, they prove nature's fury can strike anywhere, anytime.